guys, it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing the try a chapter tag, which y'all really enjoyed the last time I did it. Basically, you pick a bunch of books and you read the first chapter of them and then decide from there which book you want to continue reading. So this is going to be a variant on that, a special edition of the try a chapter tag, because if you remember from the very beginning of the year, I posted a video, and I actually think I'm wearing the same shirt in that video. I posted a video titled Series I Am Going to Finish in 2017. I have been doing pretty well on that front. There's quite a few series in that video that I have already completed, but there's also quite a few that I haven't completed still. Considering that it's almost the end of the year, we're heading into October, series have 3 or plus books in them, I gotta get on these. Like now. I have 3 of the series left. What I started in 2014, and these 2 I started in 2015. So I've been in the middle of these series for 3 years in some cases. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, or the Remanent Chronicles, I've read the first 2 books of. The Young Elites by Marie Lu, I've read the first book of. And Shatter by Tahereh Mafi, I've read the first book of. So essentially, I want to get to all of these at some point this year. I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know which one interests me most and which one I want to pick up first. This one I'm like even hesitant to pick up because it's now been expanded into a 6-book series, and I'm like, do I even want to read this anymore? Do I care enough to read 6 books? I don't know. Do I like it enough to read 6 books? I don't know. This is kind of going to be like the final test for Shatter Me, if I continue with it into the 6th book expansion or if I don't. So I'll check back in with you in a couple of hours after I've had a chance to read the first chapter of these 3 books and then tell you which one I'm going to continue with. So I will see you guys in a little bit. You know, it's always an unsettling thing when you're house sitting at your parents' house and the cats wake up from a deep sleep and go tearing off down the stairs. Never makes you feel good, does it? Anyway, it's been several hours since I filmed the intro portion of this video. I'm here on my favorite couch in the loft, going to be reading the first chapter of each of these books for you. Well, I'm not going to read them to you. I'm going to read them and come back. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Shatter Me because I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm not going to want to read. I'm not looking forward to rereading it. Let's start with Shatter Me, shall we, by Tahereh Mafi. Okay, as I mentioned, I've already read this book. And I do not remember Adam Kent ever being tatted up half sleeves to his elbows and eyebrow piercing. What? That was a pretty short chapter. That was only 4 pages. And the only thing that I can think of is the fact that Adam Kent has a ton of tattoos. And I totally missed this the first time. I feel betrayed by my former self. Like, how did I not remember that Adam Kent had so many tattoos and he was so muscular? Muscular. It's almost midnight and clearly I need to go to bed. We meet our main character, Juliet, who is living in isolation in a prison cell and has been there for like 264 days. We don't really know much. We just know that her parents had never come to rescue her and she's been in this cell for days. And then we learn that she is expected to get a cellmate. It's like a test of some sort, and she finds out that this companion is actually a boy, and she doesn't take very well to that news. I was reminded about how much I hate the strikeouts and the lack of punctuation. It's supposed to mimic the sanity, no, not insanity, the unstableness of Juliet's mental state. It's just, I don't like it. Not inclined to keep reading, so I don't know. I don't think that'd be my first choice. But I am a little confused. I'm curious to see what else I missed because I can't get past the fact that Adam Kent had all these tattoos and I didn't know that. And I'm wondering like what else I missed in that book. Like what other details did I not pick up on? I don't know. So the next one I'm going to read is The Young Elites by Marie Lu. I remember there was something I really didn't like about this. I don't even remember what it was, other than it was not legend, and I was really upset that it was not legend. This is long. Okay, I'll see you in like 30 minutes. In the first chapter, we learn that the main character is going to die the next morning, and then she recounts to us how she ended up in shackles in a prison cell. She had this fever when she was a child, and it's been like 10 or so years since then. She's been marked by this fever. Because of these markings, she's not able to be sold off into marriage. Her father meets with this man in the dead of night who offers to take her as a mistress, and she overhears this in the hallway and tries to escape her father. However, her father is able to catch up with her. He confronts her, assaults her, and attempts to drag her back home with him. We'll see. I was mildly intrigued. I don't know. So I definitely want to continue reading this one. I remember enjoying it enough the first time around. I don't know if it's gonna be my next pick though. I still have one more book to choose from. And the last book I'm going to read is The Kiss of Deception, which I think was my favorite out of the 3 books that I have here. I'm really excited to reread this because I remember really enjoying it the first time around. And so I'm excited to see if I like it as much now. And I think she's coming out with another series in this world too. I definitely want to finish this before then. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's been quite a few days. Almost a week. I filmed the first part of this video like a week ago. I read the first chapter of the first 2 books, and then I fell asleep before I got to the 3rd book, and then a week happened, and now I'm finally here to read the first chapter of the last book for you, so that I can decide which one I want to read next, which series I'm gonna finish next. Go ahead and get into The Kiss of Deception, which is the first book in the Remanent Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. This is actually really ironic because just within the last week, we got the cover for Dance of Thieves, which also takes place in this world. It's a like spin-off companion series. I don't know how directly the 2 tie together. I feel like it's very appropriate and very fitting that I'm giving this book another chance. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. I remember really loving this the first time I read it, so I'm very hopeful that I will love it again. So I finished the first chapter. I have to say, out of the 3, I definitely think I'm gonna be going with this one, which is what I kind of figured I would go with before I even tried this experiment. I just have the most positive memories of reading this first book. Like when I think about my first experience with all of these books, this one I definitely have is like the favorite of the 3. This one opens with our main character, Leah, who is the first daughter of the House of Morgan. This is a fantasy novel that has like 3 different kingdoms within this land, and she's being married off to the Prince of Dalbrook, which is another one of the kingdoms. She's not very keen on the idea of being married off, so she devises this plan on her wedding day to run away. One of like the biggest catches for this book is that the prince that she was supposed to marry goes after her and tries to find her, and then also an assassin is sent after her to kill her. And you are reading from both the assassin, prince, and Leah's point of view, but you don't know who the assassin is and who the prince is. The whole book you're trying to figure out which one's the assassin, which one's the prince, who's trying to kill her, who's trying to bring her back to marry her. I don't know who sent the assassin after her, so there's a lot of questions and it's very like muddled, and you're trying to figure that all out in the midst of like this epic fantasy land. Definitely think that I'm going to be going with A Kiss of Deception, which means that I'm hoping to finish the Remanent Chronicles very soon, like within the next month or so. That is the main goal. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know in the comments down below if you've finished any of these series, if I should give precedence to Shatter Me or to the Young Elites. If you've finished either of those, which one you think I should go with next after I finish the Remanent Chronicles. If you've finished the Remanent Chronicles, what did you end up thinking of it? You know, like the shebang. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!